Then I move on to the next one.
That was kind of strange.
Well, welcome home.
That's a good welcome home.
Just telling the lady your one sign. Does that help?
You try that?
Is he your big man, Nick? Is he symptom-free of clouds in the head? Or
Not yet. He's still in the doctor's hands. He's still in the NBA concussion protocol, and so he has not been cleared yet.
Does it concern you with a guy, I think, what, 2 concussions in 10 months or something? Is that concerned with so much talk in the NFL about concussions and them actually taking action?
Well, I think, if we look at it in a grander standpoint, it's probably been that way for a long time. I'm quite sure guys play with concussions, but now since there's a protocol, it's more evident, and I think you have to be smart in making sure guys are back on the floor. And because we've seen, because of football, the results of guys getting back too soon, the multiple concussions. So there's always concern, but the concern is you want your guy back on the floor in good shape.
So he hasn't started the actual protocol yet?
Well, he has started the protocol, yes.
He has to go through a series of things before he can even think about practicing, right? Is he doing the stationary bike and the running and all that yet, or do you know?
Once he goes in the hands of the doctors, he's in the protocol. I can't touch him.
And your other guys?
Aaron won't play tonight.
How's he progressing with his rehab with his foot?
He's improving, and he get treatment early this morning. He'll get treatment tonight also, and we'll have tomorrow, and then we'll just keep kind of seeing how he feels.
How do you break this thing?
Well, we got to put a couple quarters together. We've shown glimpses, a lot of different stages of that trip of playing good basketball, and got to fight off a couple rallies throughout the course of the game. But when you dive into the tape and see how we're playing, we're doing some good things, and we just need to be more consistent with it.
When we've asked you about how important Nick is, you often mention his rebounding. That's obviously a big factor, but have you determined that he has a very significant role on offense too, in terms of having his presence down low, opening better shots for other guys?
It's a combination of things. You take him out the lineup, and you have Glenn start at the 5, and rotations are different. So that one thing is pretty big. Then the rebounding, then offensively, when you have guys who set screens and are able to roll to the bucket and demand attention, that opens up opportunities for other guys.
For guys, Jacque, for guys who have been here through this, 10 of the 13, you remind them this is your profession, you got to go out there every night. How tough is it for these guys after a year and a half of a lot of losses and trying to, is it within each guy, or do you, I don't know how many speeches you can give, how do these guys, how do you pull through this thing?
Well, I really think it's a test of your courage. At the end of the day, Winston Churchill talked about that's the greatest of all the human qualities is having courage and having courage to have the right mindset every day. You represent more than just your profession. You want your kids to be proud of you. You want your family. You want your organization. So how you carry yourself and what you stand for, win or loss, is extremely important. And so I think you challenge guys that way, that are you trying to do the right thing throughout this process? You learn a lot about guys' character, without a doubt.
It's new for you, too. I mean, Kansas, Utah, San Antonio, and in this...
Not too much losing in my life. But you challenge your character, you grow from it. You learn what the defining success, and you know, everyone has their own picture of it or definition of it, but sometimes it's those small efforts in the day, and done over and over again. That's success.
You talked before about not really having any carryover from last season into this season. Is there anything you can possibly draw on what happened last season as far as the losing, as far as maybe trying to avoid something like that in your approach toward the players?
I have not trended toward that way at all of discussing last year. I really think you keep that separate. There's guys who are on this team from last year that you can't reference to. Will I, or could I pull a guy to the side and talk about, because he was here last year, some of the things that could help him get through this year? Maybe so, but as a team, I won't do that.
I was thinking maybe more something to help you get through this.
Help me?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me, Ken. I'm good to go, babe. I'm good to go.
Is that because you have a 7-year contract? 6, 7? That'd be the only way I'd sign up.
I knew what I was signing up to, Brian, and what gets me through is I try to do my job, the best that I possibly can every single day. My preparation hasn't changed from the first game of the season till today's game. And for people who really, really know me, know that I'm telling the truth. That's just the way I am. That's what my makeup is, and I don't see that changing.
But it seems nothing in this league is static, because the guy in the other locker room lost Derrick Rose, and by that, I guess, led to having to trade Deng. So, I mean, he lost 2 starters right off the bat, and that was a playoff team. And you're a ways from that.
That's why some things that you can't control, you don't worry about. It's not worth it. And I think that's how you get the most out of every day.
But within this process, Jacque, when you get a win, is there like a sense of relief? I mean, just to like keep everybody's spirits up. I mean, it's much easier after that to keep everybody on the right track, right, than if you just keep losing all the time.
Well, that doesn't change the mind of the players. The players love validation, and in this league, validation is often wins and losses. And so for the guys who are diving on the floor and trying to get rebounds for this organization every night, indeed they want to win. They want a validation, and that comes from winning.
Coach, it seemed like Mo gained a lot of confidence on the offensive end on the road. Can you just talk about what you thought of his play as of late?
I thought he was aggressive at the right times of the game, whether it was getting a deflection in Dallas and trying to ignite a break and finish at the rim and getting fouled. And then defensively, I thought he was really locked in. We had him guard Dirk on the trip, some perimeter guys on the trip. So I think he uses his minutes pretty efficiently.
You guys are going against Bulls team that's, I believe, that has the second lowest field goal percentage in the restricted area for opponents. How can you guys be successful in the paint tonight without a guy like Nick?
You have to move the basketball. And so this is a team that the ball has to change sides of the floor. They'll get you stapled to one side, and there goes jump shots and not getting the ball to the paint.
Everyone good?
All set.
I have to tell you,